Hello and welcome to Chicagoland Speedway qualifying underway for the 911fleetservices.com Cup Series, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. More information on our leagues at dgsracing.com. As we watch Brad Wilson in the 71/51 making his way onto the track. Wilson all the way up by the wall. Four drivers going for a championship tonight. Those cars are Harry Grindell, Cody Cleaver, Jarrett Talmadge, Mike Edwards. Wilson make his way around while we wait for any of our championship cars to go out. Looks like Mike Edwards starting to make his way onto the track, as is Cody Cleaver. We'll watch the two. The red front valence, red windshield banner, and the red spoiler indicate the playoff car. Time's starting to come in. Looks like Alec Andrick's currently fastest overall. But all focus on our championship for tonight. Cleaver. Here's Edwards. Edwards is up into the fence there. Probably not what he meant to do, going through 1 and 2. He's on his first time lap. He'll have to regroup for lap number 2. That was Badger in the background sneezing her face off. Cleaver's first lap, 7th quick. 30.96 for Cleaver. He's going to need to try and pick that up. Edwards' lap with the wall bump, of course, doesn't count, but registered as a 31.45. So that would have been the slowest of the 9 cars. Cleaver lap 2 jumps up to 2nd. Very fine lap there from Cleaver. Here comes Edwards to the stripe. It's like a 30.75 will put him in 5th. Go to Talmadge. He's on his first timed lap already. See him running high on corner exit out of turn 2. Staying right out by the wall down the backstretch. It's a curved wall. It's not entirely straight back there. He's running the high line just about all the way around. Drops down to the apron on the front stretch. Lap number 1, 30.963, puts him 10th. Grindell not out on track. Seems like Harry Grindell is not going to put a qualifying effort in. That means he'll start by I-rating at the back of the pack with all the cars that don't qualify. Talmadge lap number 2, 30.708, puts him 4th quick. Second best of our Champ 4. And can confirm Harry Grindell not out on track. So we'll jump on and watch Dominic Lee. He's in an all-white car again. I think Lee has a bit of an issue with trying to put the decals on. This happens every time he does it. Maybe we can go in and delete his decal and fix this issue. Have to know what his car iRacing customer number is, though. Mikey, if you're in chat with him, see if you can get his iRacing customer number so I can delete his decal and fix his all-white car. I don't think he's going to make it around for lap number 2. Time's running out in a hurry. And he will not. Dominic Lee, lap number 2, not going to count. He'll stay 13th as we go into the main event. Thanks, Mike. Let's see if we can find that real fast. While the cars grid up, give me something to do. In the paint folder, find the stock cars. Stock cars 22 Camaro. Card decals. Is the 265 number? Yes, right, delete that. Let him get out on track. I should be able to get rid of that.
Lapper here. Good luck to Champ 4. Thanks for coming out all season.
Short, sweet, to the point. Can tell he is ready to be done with the season. All right, let's do this thing. Starting lineup presented, as always, by our friends in the band Labor 12. Check them out anywhere you get your music from. We have Thomas Green starting on the pole in the Goodrich Dale car. Brad Wilson starts second in the 71 Shenandoah Shine car. Cody Cleaver, first of our playoff drivers, starting in third till Valhalla Project Chevy. Jarrett Talmadge, another one of those playoff contenders, starts fourth in the K1 Race Gear Chevrolet. Ian Montrose KVRP Chevrolet starts in the fifth spot. Scott Bryant Shenandoah Shine Dodge Mustang starts in sixth. Then you have Mike Edwards in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Camaro starting in seventh. Alec Andrix in the iRacing Ford starts in eighth. Dan Ribachok in the Hart something Iowa. It's been a beer car, so we'll go with that. He starts in the ninth spot. Brennan Vasquez, Goat Fuel? I'm scared to ask. Goat Fuel Mustang in 10th. Ethan Evers, the Dockside Ride Chevrolet in 11th. Jerry Clapper Newell, Martin Sports Ford in the 12th spot. He said the team barely had enough budget to put these tiny 99s on there. Didn't have any budget for bigger 99s, so that's why we get the tiny 99s on the door. Dominic Lee in the all-white car, which we're going to fix here as soon as we get rolling. Hayden Law not out on track, so Garrett Wolfenberger will start 14th. Harry Grindell, the last of our championship cars, he'll start 15th. Daniel Mullen 16th. Dave Hoytsman 17th. J.R. Deal in 18th. Jimmy Scherer 19th. Scott Elson 20th. And Will Ashburn 21st. Scoreboard's all jumbled up. Those are our cars. Now we're going to hit the control R real fast. Try to fix the all-white 18 car, because all of them will go all-white briefly, and they will repopulate on paints. Watch Thomas Green, our pole sitter, lead the field around behind the pace car. Field as it rolls behind the pace car. Such a cool camera. Appreciate the Labor 12 starting lineup music. Check them out, as we said, wherever you find your music. Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, wherever. Pace car is going to make that abrupt turn down the pit lane. We'll go back to watching our field. Let's see. Harry off to turn number 1. 100 laps here for the championship. In the 911fleetservices.com Cup Series. Thomas Green charges into turn 1. Wilson on the outside. Talmadge and Cleaver side by side for the championship lead, currently third place. Wilson struggled there. Cleaver's going to jump up to second. Cleaver now leads the title hunt. Mike Edwards, Harry Grindell. Dominic Lee's car stayed white after all that. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Harry's fighting him on the outside. Harry needs to move up from his starting spot at the back of the pack. He can go into championship contention. Harry immediately all the way up to that wall line. Talmadge trying to get past 52 of Bryant. Bryant making headway in that Dodge Mustang on the outside line. Purple and black machine. Now gets to outside of his teammate Wilson. Lots of different line options here at Chicagoland. Talmadge now outside Wilson. He's going to try and pick up the 4th spot. See Ian Montrose in the 1 behind. Suddenly single file all the way back to Edwards. Now Montrose looking inside Wilson. May have been a little bit of a door contact. Montrose Throttled out of it as he got tight. Wilson gets away. Andrix goes to the outside of Montrose. Harry Grindel's up to the 14th spot. If you check your scoreboard, all the drivers underlined in the red. Those are your Championship 4 drivers, currently led by Cleaver in 2nd. Talmadge 4th, Edwards 9th, Grindel's 14th. As Edwards has Reberchak looking to his outside. Clapper Newell may have just brushed the wall there in the 99. Montrose fighting a Reberchak for 8th. Three wide a little further back. Harry Grindel involved in that in the 70. He was all the way at the bottom of that 3 wide. Had to slow that car down a ton. That allows all of them back by. Harry drops to 16th. So Wallen gets by on the high line. Clapper Newell and Reberchak really going at it. Not Reberchak, Clapper Newell and Alec Hendricks. 12 and 99 Mustangs. So Clapper Newell rolls corner entry a little better and Hendricks gets off the corner better. So just into the corner, Clapper Newell keeps getting right on his back bumper. Edwards and Montrose teammate battle. Talmadge closing in on Cleaver. This is for the lead of the championship. Talmadge going to look to the inside on Cleaver. Dive down into turn number 3. Cleaver fighting back hard there. So Cleaver doesn't want to give up the championship lead right now. Really fighting hard on that outside line early on. Gonna hold off Talmadge. Now Cleaver will drop back down. Talmadge goes to the top. Cleaver holds him off for now, but Talmadge seems to be knocking on that door quite aggressively. Keep an eye, see if that gets close again while we drift back. Wilson in 5th, Hendricks 6th, and then this mess of cars. Jeremy Clapper Newell, Mike Edwards, Jeremy Scher, Ian Montrose. Harry Grindel's at the back of this group. Grindel in 17th. Alec Hendricks looking to go. Is that Hendricks? That's Vasquez looking to go 3 wide. Many dark colored Mustangs, hard to keep them all straight. Reberchak and Hendricks at the front of this pack. Battle for 6th. It's basically 6th through 17th. They're all on top of each other. You think we're at Daytona here. Reberchak up into the fence, almost lost it. Oh, they're going to get contact there, and there goes Jeremy Scher and Mike Edwards, one of our Champ 4, into the grass. Come back and take a look, and there is the caution. Caution comes out right at the end of that. It's like Wolfenbarger gets to be the sandwich between Jeremy Scher and Mike Edwards, and that sends Scher down into Edwards. I think Scher may have slid up towards the racetrack. Yeah, that's what brought out the caution when he comes back. He's got to hit the brakes not to kill anybody, and that right there is what brings out the caution. So trouble early on for one of our Champ 4. Mike Edwards is running in the top 10. Now he'll drop to the tail of the field as he gets a little bit of damage, I am sure. Let's look over the car. See a little bit of separation hood to bumper. So he does have a little right front damage.
My bad.
The Kai Racing's put him right behind Harry Grindell. Sure, we'll see everybody come down to at least top off the tank. Goes the 3 car down onto the flat. See several cars heading to the pit lane. I think Clapper Newell's decided to stay out. 99 team will go out and lead a lap. Rest of the field rolling slowly down the pit lane. Every car still on the lead lap. So 21 cars on the pit lane. Looks like fuel only for the 3 car Thomas Green. Looks like Cody Cleaver might be the first car taking a set of tires. Everyone else fuel only. Daniel Llewellyn, I think, missed his pit stall. 29 seconds on the pit lane. Don't think he ever stopped. And Clapper Newell, the only car to stay out. RaceEPI.com Ford Mustang. $15 down. Easy math, 85 to go. See if Llewellyn comes back down. He is, along with Dave Hoytsma. The second time by. Daniel should be able to hit his pit box this time with a lot less traffic.
What line you taking?
Whatever one he wants. See if we can find Daniel.
Hey, Cliff, it said you passed the flat pan on the caution.
Don't see Mr. Llewellyn on the driver chats. We can't ask him what happened.
Oh my God, Cliff's here?
Why is everybody so surprised?
Hey, buddy. Just wanted to say hi.
The aforementioned
Daniel,
Cliff
did you have fun
Mullins
last night?
right there, 37.
You're lucky I like you.
Huh, fun.
Huh.
It was fun, though.
Me and Cliff love ripping each other.
Oh.
Pace cars off. We're getting set for a restart here. Clapper Newell, without pitting, jumps out to the lead. So he will be 15 lap disadvantage on fuel here. First car taking tires, Cody Cleaver in 8th.
I kind of knew I was holding you up a little bit.
He's going to try to shoot by Reberchuk. Then to the outside of Dominic Lee, as he may have just brushed the wall there. See Thomas Green here. Looking to the inside of Clapper Newell for the race lead. Jarrett Talmadge right behind. Talmadge currently leads the championship standings.
Dude, we're jumping all over the place.
Don't see that on our screen. Talmadge moves up to 2nd. Cleaver's been able to get up to 6th, so we keep an eye on his car on the new tires. Wolfenbarger trying to find a way past Clapper Newell. We got a hydrate request in. What up, Lexi? You didn't win the candle last night. My drink is pink. Strawberry Skittles water. Wolfenbarger and Bryant battling it out. Very sad, especially when that was our last one.
Apron bad.
Ethan Evers apron bad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is true.
You did?
Damn, Reaper Chuck in the grass. Happened to the 13, Cliff Mullins.
Cliff, you're always cutting grass.
That was my bad. He checked up in front of me right there, and I tried to jump underneath him.
Stay green, but all kinds of shenanigans going on back there. Talmadge kind of trying to catch his teammate. Meanwhile, Clapper Newell trying to hold off the 32 and the 2. Are we really going to go 3 wide? We are. Okay. Hold your breath. Cody Cleaver on the inside, Wolfenbarger outside. For a moment, Clapper Newell is the beat in the sandwich. Somebody tell Neo the 4 underline in red on the scoreboard. Right now, Cleaver on that fresh tire needs this to go green as long as possible. Keep his advantage. As he works to the inside of Wolfenbarger. Now he's about 7/10 behind Talmadge. He'll try to go take back the lead of the Champ 4. Currently, Talmadge has that position. That was Talmadge rubbing the wall a little bit there. Harry Grindell, Mike Edwards, they're 9th and 10th right now. Green leads, Talmadge in tow. And then Cody Cleaver. That gap down to about 3.5 tenths and shrinking. So those fresh tires coming into play. For long, Cleaver's going to be your leader, the way he's running them down. Let's go look to the inside of the 91, Jarrett Talmadge. Leaves plenty of space. Cleaver takes over the championship lead as he moves into second past Jarrett Talmadge. Now you have the 3 of Thomas Green ahead for the race lead. Don't have any bonus points tonight for the top 4. Everyone else still gets them. But to keep things simple and make it all about where you finish, Championship 4 do not get bonus points tonight. So even if Cleaver breaks out to the lead, it's not like he picks up any kind of extra incentive. Other than it's damn fun to lead a race. Harry Grindell working on Scott Bryant. Yeah, that's Clapper Newell out of shape. Is he going to save it? Yep, but is everyone going to miss him? So far, so good. That would have been about worst case scenario for Cody Cleaver if that caution had come out there. You see the lead box on the scoreboard go to a white and red scheme. That is what it looks like when one of your Champ 4 drivers is leading. Alec Andrix, another car that took 4 tires. He's up to the 4th spot. Ethan Evers 5th, same story. They're trying to follow Cleaver up to the front. Gundel took tires as well, it looks like. 14-second stop for him. Mike Edwards, I don't know if his was tires or just damage repairs. 27 seconds in the box. So it's unclear if the 14 took tires, but he's been around Harry most of this time. All of our champ drivers in the top 9 right now. I believe that was the 31 car, Wolfenbarger, hitting the wall. I know it says 32 on the door, 31 on your scoreboard. Shout out to a Shine guys. Have a hard time driving cars with their numbers on them. Cleaver's advantage 3.5 tenths over Thomas Green. Talmadge in 3rd. Was Ethan Evers inside Alec Andrix. That sounded like the 99 car. He'd already fallen to 21st after not pitting that time. 31 laps, looks like about as far as he can go in the tank. Here he comes to the pit road. Now we know 31 laps is about as far as you can go. Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge, Alec Andrix, Ethan Evers, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Tire advantage for the 12 and 8 in 4th and 5th. Hendricks keeping Talmadge right up by the wall. You heard Talmadge's response on the radio. Not too pleased with that. Like Hendricks doesn't understand Talmadge going for a championship. Definitely did not give him much room. Somewhere, some universe, Blake Giglio is laughing.
Sorry, dude, I had somebody underneath me as well.
These guys are starting to run back down Cody Cleaver. Maybe Cleaver used up all the good on those tires. So we have a blink from Thomas Green. 3 car is poofed, and he's back. And he's gone, and he's back. Top 6 all right here together now. Cody Cleaver's good feeling on those tires seems to be gone. He's already burned up a set of tires, whereas Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge in this pack have not. Alec Andrix going to move to the inside, take over the race lead. Thomas Green and Jarrett Talmadge both into the wall coming off of turn number 2. Vasquez looks inside the 2 of Cleaver, trying to take away 2nd. Quite evident Cleaver burned up his car. Trying to get up to the front. Now Talmadge looking like he's waiting, trying to take back over the championship lead. Everyone that stopped for fuel should be able to make it on 2 stops from that first caution. Car that will not is Jeremy Clapper Newell. .330 wins, only gives you 93, we gotta go 100. Don't think he's saving 7 laps. Ethan Evers trying to push his teammate here. It's Vasquez going to the lead in the 20. B-Squeeze out in front. Andrick's trying to fight back on the outside.
One pitting this time, one pitting.
And Montrose going to be pitting the 1. It's 24 laps into his current run. A little bit earlier than you might anticipate. Maybe trying to short pit the field. Be a little contrarian. Andrick's able to fight back on Vasquez with the high line. You have Cleaver holding off Evers right now. And Talmadge has gotten past his teammate Green up into the 5th spot. The cars will be with an advantage on tires should we get late race cautions. It's going to be the 91 and the 3. They're still in the top 6, and they have not used a set of tires yet. Most of the cars around them have. You have Brad Wilson, Harry Grindell. It's a battle for 7th. And you have Mike Edwards all by himself in 9th. Lowest of our Champ 4 drivers, Jeremy Scher, J.R. Deal, Garrett Wolfenbarger, and Scott Bryant. Those two did not take tires last time either. You have Dave Hoitzman, Dominic Lee. None of those cars took tires, all back there together. 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Cliff Mullins, Daniel Wallen. Even after Cliff went through the grass, has gone back by Daniel Wallen. Will Asherbrenner and Scott Elston. Dan Reberchuk. Then the cars that have pitted on this cycle. Jeremy Clapper Newell, 21st. Ian Montrose just coming out of the pits, 22nd. Montrose showing 2 laps down. He had a pit penalty for 54 seconds on pit road. So things going bad to worse for the 1 team. Picking up the pit road violation. Cody Cleaver brings the 2 car off the track and to the pit lane. Hopefully doesn't repeat what his teammate did. Jarrett Talmadge takes over the championship lead while Cleaver hits the pit lane. It's like 28 laps into the run. We know they can go 31, so a couple more laps before we see everybody come down. There's Ethan Evers coming down this time.
Hitting this time, Daniel.
See if either of our
Damn,
top
Cliff,
2
we were having fun.
they stay out.
Oh,
Talmadge stays
again.
out. Thomas Green going to hit the pit
You
lane
are
along
carrying a
with
lot of weight.
Ethan Evers. Jeremy Scher stays out. Looks like Mike Edwards has hit the pit lane. So Harry Grindell, Jarrett Talmadge still out on track for the championship drivers.
79 pitting.
One pit.
A lot of folks running the tank dry. Looks like Andrick's coming to the pit lane. Brad Wilson stays out. He's going to run it completely dry. Might as well. JR Deal going to do the same. Run the tank dry. Andrick's on the pit lane. Daniel Llewellyn stays out. As does Asherbrenner. They move up to 3rd and 4th. Andrick's might be a little too deep in his box. No, he's good. He's way up at the line, but still good. Pit road a busy spot. Jarrett Talmadge down there. Here comes the race leader, Brad Wilson. 1 lap later than everyone. Woes it up. Gets it on the pit lane. Comes Deal in the 9. Llewellyn and Asherbrenner. Vasquez back out on track. Goes Reberchuk by. Vasquez running off the pit lane. Looks like Scott Bryant's picked up a speeding penalty on pit road. 52 car dropping down the order. Vasquez going to take over the race lead here as soon as he gets by Brad Wilson. Now Vasquez may have done a fuel and only stop for the 20. 8-second stop is all it went for him. Cody Cleaver took another set of tires in the deuce. He is ahead of Andrix, Green, Wilson, and Talmadge. He quickly closes in on the 20 of Vasquez, running over a second a lap quicker. As Vasquez wanted to try and save a set of tires for late in the race. Cody Cleaver on the use them while you got them strategy. Cleaver to the lead. Vasquez now second. Hendricks and Green battle for third. Both cars took tires this last time.
Sorry.
Green has the 3 in third. Hendricks fourth. Talmadge in fifth, battling Evers. We have Brad Wilson, Harry Grindell, and Mike Edwards. So the Champ 4 are still all in the top 9. Then a big gap back to Clapper Newell. He's going to have to pit before everybody else, though. If this goes green, he'll have to make an extra stop compared to everyone else. Currently 10th and falling as his car is on older tires. Scott Bryant, Ian Montrose. That cycle of green flag stops. Both those cars caught pit road violations. They are now running 21st and 22nd, both a lap down. Currently the only 2 cars a lap down. Reberchuk not too far ahead of our leader. Currently in 20th, and there is Cody Cleaver leading. Thomas Green starting to close in on Cleaver. More importantly, so is Jared Talmadge. As Talmadge gets by Vasquez and up to 4th. Got 2 lap fresher tires than Cody Cleaver. Cleaver out in front. Gap now under a second as Thomas Green closing in rapidly. There is Andrix. There is Talmadge. And with Grindell and Edwards getting by Vasquez, now the Champ 4 all in the top 8. Grindell looked to be in trouble at the start. He wasn't very high on the practice sheets and did not even attempt to qualify. Here he is up in the top 8, battling with Mike Edwards. Mike gets by on the outside line. Grindell may have a little left front damage on that car. See a little separation between the hood and fender. The nose from the fender. So the 70 does have a little left front damage from something. Cody Cleaver has been caught by Thomas Green. Green only 1 lap fresher tires, but Cody seems to have burned him up quick again on the 2. He's been stuck behind a Reberchuk a lot of this time. We'll clear Reberchuk. Green tries to make his way by. That'll put 3 cars a lap down officially. Gap to Talmadge is 2.2 seconds and dwindling. Green may have just kissed the wall there. He's just kissing the wall everywhere, isn't he? So he got it again.
Sorry, Dom, I've got no grip. You're all good, man.
Green just stalking the back of the two. Reaper shot looking high. Green now going to go all the way down to the flat, down by the grass. Trying to take the short way around to get inside Cleaver. He's successfully done so. Green will take over the race lead. And rub the fence again. Loves it in the fence. Cleaver now second. Talmadge trying to close in. About 2 seconds back. Talmadge in the 91. Got Alec Andrix to deal with first. There is Andrix. Mikey, meanwhile, is up to 6th as he's gotten around Brad Wilson. He's also gotten back around Harry Grindell. So we got him running 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th. The top 4 even positions. That doesn't sound good. That is Wilson into the wall hard. Fortunately, we aren't going to get a debris caution. We'll have to make sure he can make it back to the pit road. That car looks junked. Currently still running 8th. That's how much of a gap he had over the rest of the guys. Wilson's lost the nose, the right front. That car is destroyed. Dominic Lee works his way by. Still 14th. There goes Cliff Mullins, Daniel Llewellyn picking up a spot. Wilson will take it to the pit lane. We'll get a hydrate in here for Cody as we stay green.
99 pitting this time.
There's Jeremy Clapper Newell having to come to the pit road. It's been 30 laps since he's been to the pit lane. He basically has to run it dry every single time and hope for a caution. Almost got it. Brad Wilson situation. Should 99 get to the pit lane? Check back in on Talmadge, currently 4th in the gap. Up to Cleaver. It's down under 2 seconds now between the two. About 1.7 the gap. Cleaver riding behind Thomas Green. You see Reaper Chalk and Andrix. Remember, Vasquez was the leader after the pit cycle. He's currently 13th as he did not take a set of tires. See, he's between Dominic Lee and the one of Montrose. Green once again bouncing off the wall and disappearing. I should know better than to click on his car. Work by Jeremy Clapper Newell. Newell now goes 2 laps down, but he will be able to pass them back in relatively quick order with those fresh tires. There's the 99 right there with the 12. Clapper Newell's going to become Superman here for a few laps. He starts to pass these guys on older tires now. Looks like a Reaper Chalk all the way up by the wall there. He's been able to hang on to our leaders. It's been actually quite impressive what Reaper Chalk's been able to do. See, he's still right there with Cleaver. One same tires. Clap renewal past Andrix is, looks like Talmadge was right there now. Talmadge has really turned it up the last few laps. It's now only 1.1 behind Cleaver.
Okay.
A random okay. Where Talmadge wasn't impressed with Andrix earlier in the race. Reber checks up against the fence.
Thank you.
Talmadge finally clears, takes over third. After that battle, he lost a couple tenths to Cleaver's, now 1.3. Oh my gosh, Andrix just pounded the wall coming off of 4. Cleaver asking Clapper Newell to go around him on the outside. Clapper happy to oblige. Now he'll go low on green.
Sorry, try not to hit the wall.
See if green gives him the corner, knowing he's on fresher tires. He does. Gap between Cleaver and Talmadge 1.1. Talmadge starting to close that gap a bit. So we wait for our next cycle of pit stops. The battle for second is also the battle for the championship right now. So that is your gap on screen between the 2 and the 91. So watch our leaders go into turn number 3. 30 laps to go. Laps winding down in the season. Any driver pits now can make it to the end. Been on track for about 26 laps for most of them. Cleaver a little longer, 27 for him. Harry Grindell's throwing the dice. First of our championship 4 to pit. Been running in the back of the group. Thought, why not take a swing at it? So Harry Grindell, first of the champ 4 to pit. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cleaver, and here he comes. As I was saying it, Cleaver coming to the pit lane. Second of our champ 4 to pit. Kind of thought Mike Edwards would come with him. He has not. Talmadge stays out on track. Watch Edwards and Talmadge second and fourth still out on the pit, out on the track.
79 pitting.
Tell me Montrose got a penalty again. Here comes Thomas Green and Jarrett Talmadge. Both hit the pit lane. Mike Edwards takes over the championship lead in the 14. He could probably go another 3 more laps and hope something happens. See how they come off the pit lane. Cleaver already back under power, heading out on the backstretch. He is the first car that came to the pit lane to get back out on track. There's Harry Grindell. He is 5 seconds behind Cleaver. See how things shake out with Cleaver as far as our leaders are concerned. There he goes by Jarrett Talmadge. So he's back into second in the championship for the 2. He's still going to be behind the 3 of green.
You're always breaking up the fun.
Here comes the 14 at Edwards. So he'll give up the championship lead in second place. Very close to speeding at the line. But it looks like Ian Montrose picked up a second pit road penalty in the number 1 car. He's now 4 laps down in 22nd.
Oh, 12 finished.
Alec Andrix leading the race ahead of Montrose. He still needs to pit along with the rest of the top 6. Actually, Cliff Mullins and Mike Edwards are on pit road. When the 12 is going to completely miss pit road. Alec Andrix look entirely lost. He's going to give up a ton of time as the 3 and 2 go by and unlap themselves. Andrix just completely missed pit road. Maybe out of fuel. He's down on the backstretch. He's going to pull it into the grass and take the tow. So Alec Hendricks back to the pit lane by towing.
Pit this time.
Now you see what happens when you run it out of gas. They are good from here, Hayden. Everyone that pits here on this cycle. So a few more cars still need to pit. JR Deal, Daniel Llewellyn, Will Asherbrenner. They still need to hit the pit lane. Right now, Cleaver, Talmadge, Grindel, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all good till the end. Cleaver now moves up to 4th. Gap back to Talmadge is 2 seconds. Talmadge to Cleaver. Harry Grindel another 3.6 back in the 70. Then you have Ethan Evers right behind Harry, and then Mike Edwards. So all the Champ 4 in the top 7. As I predicted, the most exciting championship battle so far of the season, right here in the Cup Series with all the parity we've had. Green continues to lead. Cleaver leads the championship. Talmadge trying to run him down. 2.2 the gap between Cleaver and Talmadge. Grindel 3.6 back at Talmadge.
99 pitting.
And there goes Clapper Newell to make his final pit stop. I believe that leaves just Brad Wilson as far as cars that need to pit again. Wilson currently in the 8th spot. I'm sure he'll run it dry. So he's got about 14 laps or so.
No one seen that.
Apparently Clapper Newell screwed up. Now we got to go see it. Oh, he pissed up big time. But better than Alec Hendricks. He actually got on the pit lane. It's certainly an adventurous route, but he made it.
This is supposedly the weakest Final 4.
Tell him, Ethan. Hayden doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
They're all in the top 6.
What they really meant was more about the parity.
A caution sounds really good right now.
Caution sounds horrible right now. Caution brings Grindel and Edwards right back into it. I think Talmadge over the long run is faster than Cleaver. Just has to hang on until Cleaver burns his stuff up and then start making his way up to Cleaver. Could be really exciting, but I think that was Talmadge wanting the caution. The gap's down to 2.0. Was 2.2 down to 2.0. 19 to go. It's plenty of time. Plenty of time to make it exciting, Jarrett. Down to 1.8. There's Jarrett by himself in clean air. Ethan Evers way back here with Mike Edwards and Harry Grindel. You have Dave Hoytsmith 7th, Brad Wilson 8th. Wilson needs to pit again though. Cliff Mullins in 9th. Daniel Llewellyn, Dominic Lee battling for 10th. Brandon Vasquez right there. And Jeremy Scher. And J.R. Deal. All those cars for position from Mullins back to J.R. Deal. 9th to 14th, all under a blanket. And you have Wolfenbarger. First car lap down to 15th, Scott Elston. Dan Reberchuk. Will Ashenbrenner. Scott Bryant. Clapper Newell's completed his stop. He's now 2 laps down. Still ahead of Montrose, who has had 2 pit penalties tonight. There's our leader, Green. There is Cleaver. Gap now 1.5. This Talmadge is closing in. Cleaver has his teammate Montrose right behind him. That white car behind Montrose, that's the one. 1.4 back in closing. The Cleaver right down by the white line. Talmadge running the high line. Allows Talmadge to make up ground all the way down the straightaway. Things are getting tight. And they're not even in driver chat together, so I doubt it. No, and Ian, he's just trying to pass Cody. .3 with 12 to go.
Record, on the back,
And our caution is out and everything changes.
Nice work. I knew you guys had it in you.
Is it Brad Wilson again? It was.
All right, now we got to catch up. Go full blast.
Wilson gets up into the wall and bounces the wall into the fence. The wall and bounces off the fence back down into Wilson. Like Lee has to do a sudden change there. Brad Wilson. Daniel Llewellyn bring out the second caution of the race with 9 laps left, and now Cody Cleaver has a whole different kind of fight on his hands. Now we get to see who still has tires and who doesn't. As they say, this changes everything. Cleaver, Talmadge, third and fourth, with Edwards and Harry Grindell in 6th. They're all right there, really. Who has the tires? Remember, Cleaver's taking tires every time. The 3 is on pit road. The 2 stays out. Ethan Evers stays out.
Look at that.
We got to get a hydrate in. Cheers. Cody Cleaver is now a sitting duck. Cody Cleaver, Ethan Evers, Harry Grindell, Jeremy Scher. Those 4 stay out. Thomas Green down and away, 4 fresh tires. So essentially the championship is now between Mike Edwards and Jared Talmadge. Cody Cleaver's got to be so dejected right now. The only way it works is if there's multiple wrecks I don't see that happening. It's only our second yellow of the night. Montro's heading to the pit lane. This is your worst fear last night? Yeah. Him and Harry, because Harry's same boat in the 70. No tires left for Harry. It's like they're just going to stay out and hope for the best. I don't want to interview him right now. They're probably so much of a wreck. Maybe we can interview Thomas Green. His first car won the 4 fresh tires. I think I'll let him be. Driver's emotions are high right now. Should we interview Dave? I don't know if he's hanging out though. Nope. No Dave. Let's interview Cliff just because we can. Cliff!
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Doing alright so far.
I just want to come talk to you because we don't get a chance to do that very often.
Yeah, I know, kind of been away from it, but I'm trying to keep away from fucking 23. It's not working.
Well, that was the problem that the 51 just had.
Well, I kind of saw that in the mirror. I couldn't tell exactly what happened back there. I thought he was going to wash up into me.
Yep, Mr.
But
Daniel.
you know, he got Danieled. So I mean, I needed that caution anyway because I had this set of tires sitting. So
Nice.
gonna send it.
Gonna send it. We got 4 cars ahead of you that don't have tires, so maybe you can pick those 4 off.
I'm trying to pick all what fucking position am I in right now? I'm trying to pick all 8 of these off right now, really.
Including 4 championship drivers.
You know, I won't wreck them, but to hell with them. I'm gonna try and beat them.
Perfect. All right, sir. Good luck to you, and now we'll see where it all shakes out.
Yep, thank you.
Cliff Mullins back in 9th. Getting his thoughts, since we don't get to talk to Cliff very often. We're half a lap away from green. So the 2 and 70 really need a quick caution. Like, they need a restart kerfuffle to save their race. Otherwise, Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge, Mike Edwards, Dave Hoyce, Cliff Mullins, they're going to bolt on by with those 4 fresh tires. So that black Goodrich number 3 has fresh tires, as does the 91. His teammate Talmadge beside him. Talmadge going for the championship. Edwards in the 14, also in the title hunt. Those cars have the 4 fresh tires. Cleaver's trying to get away. Talmadge is pushing Scherer. Mike Edwards trying to get inside Talmadge. That's for the first car on fresh tires in the championship fight. Edwards able to get by Talmadge, see if he can clear Scherer and not hit the wall and exit. Talmadge back to the inside. He's trying to take that lead of the 4 fresh tires as he does, up to the 5th spot. Thomas Green blinking in and out on us again. Cody Cleaver trying to get away. Talmadge and 70 of Harry Grindell right on top of one another. Here comes Edwards as these 3 are all in a title fight. Now we have 5 to go. Cleaver hoping for that caution while they're still all back there. If it stays green, Cleaver has a no shot. Edwards trying to push him down. Finally gets through there. He's going to go 3 wide here. Mike Edwards all the way to the bottom. Trying to get his car clean air in front of the 3 of green. Says Ethan Evers bouncing off the fence, but gets it straight. Edwards fighting green. Both of these cars on 4 fresh tires. They're trying to run down the 2 of Cleaver for the race win, and Mike Edwards needs it for the championship. Talmadge is teammate to the green, so he's going to fight as hard as he can, this 14 of Edwards. Try to get Talmadge back in the fight. Also wants to win the race, so he's trying to chase down Cleaver. Here comes Talmadge. And all 4 championship drivers in the top 5. Talmadge peeking to the inside, nothing there. Green gets right on the door of Edwards. Cleaver still leads, 3 to go. They make contact. Edwards and Green, door-to-door contact into the corner. Edwards trying to get him up the track some. That allows Talmadge to get right in the fight. Then green blinks. Oh my gosh, horrible time for that. They're all catching Cleaver. Edwards up the hill, gets a little door contact with the 91 of Talmadge. Green's going for the race lead. He blinks again. 2 laps to go. Green's to the inside, and the caution comes out. Right in the middle of the most insane action we've had, the caution comes out. And don't tell me for a third time it was Bradley Wilson.
Sorry about that. We were getting pinched all over. I think we were like 4 wide. You know, a little hairy there.
Clapper duel. Wilson, Vasquez, 3 wide, coming off the corner. They bounce. Door-to-door contact. Shins Clapper duel out of control. Gets Wilson. Montrose gets collected. The 52 of Bryant, 32 of Wolfenbarger, 85 of Elston, 13 Reberchak. All get pieces of it. Holy smokes.
Hey,
And-
Bill, I'm out. You give me a hand.
Now the pressure is really on. Cleaver going to have to actually save fuel here. Everyone was good at one point, but now Harry and Cleaver both running very low on fuel as we go into overtime. And oh man, this is getting intense. Sure, if we go on board the 70 and the 2 cars, they're both shutting it off, trying to save some fuel here. Harry down on the apron, trying to save gas. Cleaver about a lap better than Harry is on fuel.
Like a dog eye.
Then you have Green, Edwards, and Talmadge. They're all good on fuel. So they pit on the last caution. Just one more thing for Cleaver to try and manage. So we're going to go to 103 at least. He had planned it for 100 with the fuel strategy.
How dare you?
Cleaver probably hoping Edwards would come up there and push him. Every man for himself at this point. Should we stick a microphone in there? I can't believe we have all 4 champ drivers in the top 5. Absolutely wild. You have Thomas Green, who was in the playoffs and absolutely quick in the 3 car, right in the mix as well. He's trying to end the season with a win. Then you have Cleaver, Edwards, Talmadge, Crindell, all in the top 5. Cliff Mullins, he got them fresh tires. He's up to the 6th spot. Jeremy Scher, Ethan Evers, those 2 on older tires. You have Llewellyn on freshies. Dominic Lee, Vasquez, J.R. Deal, Wolfenbarger. Looks like his car wasn't too bad after that incident. Wilson with no nose. That car is going to be an anchor. Only cars out of the race, Alec Andrix and Dave Hoitzma. Montrose Scott Bryant still sitting on the pit lane. Real ugly or real exciting?
It's weird. The car in front of me says 71 on my screen, but 51 on Swiss's. That's weird.
No, it says 71 on my screen too.
It's a trap.
Three of green right in the middle of the champ 4 blinking. Oh my goodness. Who has the fuel? Should get the one to go. If my calculations are correct. There we go. Lights out on the pace car. 1 to go. Before we get back to racing, we'll have a green-white checker. If we make it to the white flag, that will end the race. If If we get the yellow before the white, we will have to go to another overtime, and for sure, the 70 and 2 would have to pit. Cleaver probably wanted that last cycle to stay green. He had a decent lead there. All of them have to be pumping right now. My heart's pumping and I'm just broadcasting. They all got to be pumping right now. You're all in the top 5 on a green-white checker with a shot to win a championship. I mean, if that don't get you going, I don't know why you're here. 3 of them on the inside line. Talent Match is on the outside line. Let's see if that comes into play. Hang on to your britches. Here we go. Oh no. Not the time to be blinking, Thomas. Pace car heads on off. Here we go. Green-white checker finish attempt number 1. Cleaver and Edwards down to the inside, down on the apron. That may have cost him some time as both of them got loose down there. Cleaver goes up to block the 3 into the corner. Edwards going to take the inside line. I think Cleaver just cost himself the championship. The way he got through that corner wasn't the best. Edwards out front. Cleaver, and then the 3 of green. Talmadge, Harry Grindell, not the best on the restart, dropped to 7th. Cleaver way up by the wall. Now Mike Edwards is your leader. Thomas Green 2nd. Cody Cleaver's fallen to 3rd. Jarrett Talmadge 4th. And of course Thomas Green blinks. Why wouldn't he? And there's going to be contact. Edwards and Green. Door-to-door contact coming off the corner. Cody Cleaver's car continues to drop back. He is now 4th. Edwards and Green battle for the win. Edwards is going for the championship and the win. Edwards going to come off turn number 4. Mike Edwards is going to be your champion in the 911fleetservices.com Cup Series. Thomas Green 2nd. Talmadge 3rd. Cleaver 4th. Cliff Mullins steals the top 5. Grindell winds up 9th. What a wild finish. You have to feel for Cody Cleaver, though. Cody so close to being a first-time champ.
Nice job, buddy. Good job.
Brings it home at P4.
Well, that was...
Good win, Mikey.
I don't believe I was that close to you to just send you right there.
Michael, DG, you got a copy?
Hi.
Well, that was different.
All good. I was like,
That was interesting.
Was this stressful?
Just a little bit.
I didn't want to interview anybody because I was like, man, they're going to blame me for everything. So I didn't interview anybody. I let y'all be in y'all's moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was that was a hell of a race.
Does it make you 2-time Cup champ?
Yeah. And this one, I didn't have to dump anybody like I did that first one.
Well, congrats on the championship. The race went tonight. And what are you feeling right about now?
I'm ready for bed. Ready to get the season over with and going to Florida Saturday. So I guess if you want a championship, you can say you're going to Disney World. Is that
Sure,
right?
sure, we'll go with that. All right, bud, you got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Cody. First of all, he should have won that. We got screwed twice there. If it went green, he would have won it. Then that first one there at the end should have won it. So hopefully he can go get him one Friday. So great teamwork by all the Delta Prime guys. First Delta Prime championship. Forward screen printing, low gains, Labor 12, EPI, Dockside Reynolds, Fleet. I feel like I'm missing one more. Autism Awareness. You for making these sexy paints, and Chicagoland for being the best track that they got.
Fair enough. You do very well at Chicagoland, as we got you on the awesome burnout chopper cam now. Showing off there.
Yeah. Gonna be a tough Final Four tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll look ahead to next season. Rumor has it Gen 6 next season. How do we feel?
I don't know. I think I'm one of the few who actually really enjoys these next gens and feel like I can drive it great. So I'm kind of mixed on it.
Fair enough. All right, sir. Let's get on out of here. Enjoy this one. Go to bed. Get yourself ready for Florida this weekend.
Thank you.
Mike Edwards bringing it home in championship form in Victory Lane. for the 14 team. Delta Prime's first championship, as he mentioned. Let's go ahead, find the 3 of Thomas Green, see if he's still hanging out. He's down in his chat. We'll bring him up. Thomas, DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you and Edwards battled pretty tough there, but pretty fair coming to the end there. What did you maybe need to get by him there to get the win here?
Yeah, I think if anything, when we bumped off of 2, I think if I would have just side drafted and stayed there, the last thing I wanted to do was wreck a championship 4 driver. I already knew that I was going to have some kind of involvement, and I didn't want to. I was just trying to stay in my clean air and try to not mess up anyone's race. But obviously, I wanted to go out there and try to win too. But when it came down to it with Edwards and them, I just wanted to race clean and respectful and not leave a bad mark for the last race of the season. And glad he got it. It's always cool to see him win championships. And I believe he's 2-time now.
2-time in Cup, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I just wanted to be respectful, and I had speed. I just wanted to see what I could do, but I didn't want to wreck anyone for it. That was the last thing I wanted.
Yeah, a ton of speed, and it looked like for a while there, if it stayed green, you maybe had the winning setup there, but just not to be as the caution came out late. And well, I mean, it is what it is. We brought home P2. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us, sir.
Shout out to my teammate Jarrett. I feel terrible for him. I asked him if he wanted me to do another league tonight, just in case if he didn't want me to get involved, and he said he wanted me tonight. So I just wanted to do what I could to try to help him win, but I didn't want to play any games with any of the championship drivers. I didn't want to kind of do that and be disrespectful towards them and let them have their battle. But shout out to him for racing all season. He definitely deserved to get a championship this year. But I think a lot of drivers did. A lot of drivers out here competed at their best and were extremely fast. And I feel bad for Cody and for Harry and everyone. They all deserve to win it. But shout out to all the championship drivers, everyone in the playoffs this year, and the whole field, including yourself, for broadcasting and having an amazing season yet again. Can't wait to come back next season and see if we can get it. But yeah, and big shout out to my girlfriend Anna. Always love the support. Try to get it for you, but just didn't work out.
Thanks, Anna. All right,
Anna.
bud. Congrats on that P2 run tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back here next season and contending for these playoffs once again.
Oh, you'll see me back. This Dale 3 will be back. Don't you worry.
We'll be in probably Gen 6s. How do you feel about that?
I'm cool with that. Works with me.
10-4. All right, bud. We'll see you next season, and get on out of here and enjoy the rest of your night.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And we'll swap over to the teammate, Jarrett Talmadge in the 91. Jarrett, just a little bit short on the championship. Still a strong third place run and a great season overall. How are we feeling tonight?
Wish we would have stayed green.
Yeah, you were starting to run him
About
down.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
Would've been
Definitely
close.
would have had him. Nah, I was saving some there for the final 5 laps, but yeah, I would have had him. I was gaining even with him getting pushed down the straightaways, which was kind of cheeky of them. But yeah, I was just fourth on the restart, just isn't it? And yeah, just frustrated.
So you weren't the one on the radio hoping for a caution?
No.
Because it kind of sounded like you, but it also could have been the 12th.
No, I think it was the 20 actually.
Oh, was it Vasquez? All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the 20. I don't think I used the radio most of the race though.
10-4.
Kind of just locked in, but yeah, it's tough. Hate to lose it. I feel like it was the fastest car, but I'm glad if anybody could win, it'd be Edwards. So yeah.
10-4. Congrats on that P3 run. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Yeah, shout out to you for putting on the broadcast, everyone who runs the league, and shout out to my teammate Thomas.
Short, simple, and to the point. Appreciate you, Jarrett. Congrats on the very strong season, and hopefully we'll feed you back next season in the Gen 6.
Will do.
Jarrett Talmadge brings it home a third. I want to bring in Cody. Cody, DG, you got a copy?
I guess.
Guess you have a copy? Should you know if you have a copy?
If I have to.
Okay, well, if you don't want me to interview, I can just F off. But I wanted to bring you in here and give you your props for a hell of a race tonight, and just has to be so heartbreaking with that caution coming out. And it would have been very close between you and Talmadge without that caution, and because of the caution.
I was winning it without that caution.
Yeah, you see, you said that, and he said something different.
Oh,
he said he was saving.
I was winning that.
He said he was catching you while saving.
That's completely fine. I wasn't exactly pushing either. I let Green fucking go. I was saving it for him to get there.
Perfect. He said you and Montrose were working together there and getting pushed down the straightaway. How do you feel about that?
I mean, considering Montrose wasn't even in the voice chat tonight, didn't set anything up, so I can't speak to exactly what he was or wasn't doing for me.
10-4, that's what I was trying to say, but it had to come from you to be understood, I guess.
I guess, but yeah, he wasn't there tonight, so I wasn't calling for it or anything.
Well, you had one hell of a run, strong effort tonight, hell of a season overall. How do we feel about going to Gen 6 next season?
Honestly, I wish we were staying here because I like these cars much better than Gen 6, but I do not make those decisions.
What
So,
if we just put you all out there in whichever fucking car you guys want to run? Just have Gen
well,
6
I
and next gen.
I I would probably lose to the Gen 6 because those things are just flat out on every track. So,
Fair enough, but it'd be entertaining. I mean, we do multi-class racing, B2 championships,
oh yeah, absolutely. But
That could be fun.
overall, I mean, yeah, season itself though went great. Happy to do that, and I always am strong in the next gen cars. One of the few people apparently that have figured out how to race these things. Um, but yeah, just sucks because I wish that went green. I would have been better. Hell, even on that last restart, I could have held them off for one lap until that last yellow came out. So,
So
is
close.
what it is, though.
So close. I knew it had to be heartbreaking, but I wanted to bring you and give you your props for an awesome season, awesome race run, and we appreciate you, my guy. You got friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for us for your strong effort this season?
Yeah, shout out to first off you broadcasting all season for this. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the paint as well that you threw together for this. Shout out to the guys at Delta Prime. Everyone there kind of contributes and everything all equally. It's great to have that community of guys together to kind of help each other out there. So shout out to them. Shout out to Till Valhalla Project TVP on the car. Great charity. Check them out. Supporting suicide veterans and victims of that. Um, Elite Performance on the side there. Uh, Fort Worth Screen Print and Cave City RP.
Team 4, congrats on the great season, and we'll see you back here next season.
Yes, sir. Thank you, DG.
Let's go bring in Ethan Evers just because we can. Ethan, DG, you got a copy?
Hold on, let me turn the music off. What's up?
Oh, you over there jamming tonight?
I was just vibing.
You celebrating Delta Prime's first championship?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think the team overall did well. Cody seemed to have the good strategy there. I know Talmadge. I listened to his interview. He thought he was going to catch Cody, but I know Cody was saving a bit for him. I was kind of around the whole Final Four there, so I was giving him an update, or him and Mike both updates of where Talmadge and Harry was at. So.
Well, Mr. Series Manager, how do we feel about the season overall?
Personally, I like the next gen car, and I thought it was fun. But some people don't like the next gen car; they don't like the twitchiness of it. So we'll try out the Gen 6, and we'll see what kind of show up we have. We'll see if we get the same amount, more or less. We'll see what happens.
What if we just run them both on Wednesday?
That's like a Friday fun night thing.
No,
You talking about at the same time?
not
Oh, one series and then the other?
multi-class. Yep.
I don't know if I'd have time for that.
I'm not
Someone
telling you
else
to run them
could help
both.
me out. Yeah, someone else could help out with that.
Just
They do
saying.
the kind of like the
Be like Moon
Tuesday
Car and
night
Moon
deal.
Car Light.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to do that, I'm game.
I think that'd be fun. Run them both. Why not? Anywho, how do we feel about I don't know, just the season overall? How'd it go? Like, what, first or second season? I have lost track. I can't remember anything, but I think it was the first.
Second one, and I think this one went a lot better than the first one. To be honest with you, I do like the way we have our rules set up now. I personally think a no race control has caused less drama. Maybe a little more crazy stuff happens sometimes, but not that often to really complain about it. I suppose.
True, a lot less race control people being hated, so there is also that.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about people bickering about race control in general. Now they just bicker at each other.
Right, it just takes out the abuse to the staff. Let them yell at one another.
Yeah, no longer my fault. It's the driver's fault.
Exactly. All right. Well, congrats on a well-run season. We appreciate you, my guy, and we'll see. We'll see what happens when we go to next season as far as next gens and Gen 6s. We'll have a family talk about it. How about that?
Sounds great to me.
All right, bud. Congrats on a well-run season, and get on out of here. Enjoy your off season, and we'll see you back for recruiting.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
That is Ethan Evers running the Cup Series for us this season. Let's go ahead and look at our final results from Chicagoland. Very strong field tonight. Love to see it. Mike Edwards getting the win and the championship. Thomas Green second. Jarrett Talmadge third and second in the championship. Cody Cleaver fourth and third in the championship. Cliff Mullins fifth. Dominic Lee sixth. Brandon Vasquez seventh. Ethan Evers eighth. Harry Grandel ninth and fourth in the title fight. And Garrett Wolfenbarger finishes 10th. Page 2, J.R. Deal, Jeremy Scher, Daniel Llewellyn, Brad Wilson, Will Asherbrenner, Scott Elston, Dan Reberchak, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Scott Bryant, Ian Montrose, rough night for the one team. Then Dave Hoytsma, Alec Andricks, and Hayden Lowell. That is your finishers for tonight's races. I believe Hayden never actually got out one track, so Alec Andricks will be credited with last and 22nd. Thanks to everyone that came out tonight. I have to say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up this track, these cars, come race with us. Head on over to DGSRacing.com, click that big red snake. That'll get you to the Discord where you can sign up to run any of our series. Go ahead and pay the bills tonight. 911 Fleet Services did this cup race you just watched for the championship all season long. Cave City Roleplay does our Thursday night truck series. And then we have Fort Worth Screen Printing doing our Tuesday Xfinity. FSM Customs does our IMSA Road Course series on Fridays. We have Golden Eagle Syrup doing our Super Speedway series on Friday. Light of My Life Candles, they gave away a candle every Tuesday all season long this season. So hopefully we'll have that for next season because that was a lot of fun for everyone. They have M9 Performance doing the modified championship Tuesday night. Congrats to Mike Christopher there, picking up that championship. Sneed Tombstone Game Farm does our Sunday street stocks. Spit and Venom Podcast concluded our ARCA series on Monday, and 1023 Graphics does our Tuesday night dirt series. Thanks everyone that helped us out all season long. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully you'll come on back next season. And well, we still got trucks tomorrow night, and then we got the doubleheader Friday for IMSA and the Super Speedway series. So I hope to see you for all of those, and then we'll discuss our off-season plans. Thank you guys so very much for being here. We appreciate you. Remember, if you're over on the YouTube, don't forget to do the like, subscribe, and all the free stuff over there that helps us out. Appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you next race.